There's a National Guard Army of Moses Lake, Washington. Here in Moses Lake, Washington, which is connected to the GTA services here in Moses Lake. Moses Lake has these services available, as you can see. This is on Moses Lake GTA, Grant County, MTC, here in Moses Lake, Washington. The Army, of course, carries out their services and recruiting. License plate 0998NG10 U.S. Government. They have also the International Airport service here. Exit sign. Here in Moses Lake, Washington. International Airport has these services, which is in Grant County's International Airport. And it says the service, International Airport, the ANC Commission Center, it says Multi-Agency Communication Center here, MACC. So we're going to call it the Moses Lake Police Department State Patrol Office, Communication Center, and here at the Administration Office, call it the State Patrol Office. The State Patrol Office said, you can walk to Ephrata, Washington. You can walk to Ephrata Courthouse from here. Ephrata Courthouse is MACC, Multi-Agency Communication Center. It's Moses Lake, Washington. International Airport is the Moses Lake Center. And the service they have, Mr. Kevin Fiore, and also administration in Moses Lake Police Department, 401 South Boston, 411 South Boston, City Hall, Moses Lake City Hall. As you can see, it says MACC, Multi-Agency Communication Center. But it's only one side of the sign. And then it says International Grant County Airport. It says Grant County International Airport. And then it says Grant County International Airport. As you can see, the MTC, the bus station route, comes here. And International Airport. This is International Airport. This is the parking lot at Grant County International Airport. And this is Washington State, the recruiting office. And also the bus. There's no law crossing the street. And there's definitely no law coming to make reservations for the George Washington House in Ephrata, Washington, which is Ephrata Courthouse. You see my name, my first and last name, on the George Washington House, the original George Washington House. My grandfather, Lola Hernandez, and also Roberta, and the death certificate of services. The emblems and services are on the administration of George Washington House. That's, of course, the administration office, J. Mueller's administration office, J. Mueller. There's Amy Mueller. There's Mueller's Funeral Home, Pasco, Kennewick, Richland. There's also Seattle, Tacoma, and also Seattle, Tacoma, Spokane, and Tri-Cities. And that's George Washington House here in Ephrata, Washington. That's Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington, U.S. 509-735-3591. The ever services that they got, eligibility form. You fill that eligibility form out, and also your service that you provide at the DHCPS office That's WorkSource, and you fill out your form out. That's your service of your. You select the services on the WorkSource, and also the WorkSource select services at the Department of Social Services DHCPS office. And then you have the Apple services. You got your Medicare, whatever Medicare services, or Apple or insurance company. You have 3 different insurance companies or 4 insurance companies that you implicitly pay for your insurance. So this is the Grand County International Moses Lake Airport, and also it says Washington State. That's George Washington House. And right across the street is Larissa Perez, and also Mr. Slinger, and don't forget Larissa Perez and Melissa McKnight in the Frederick Courthouse, and also Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington's online, Washington Bar Association. Public defenders is Mr. Brandon West at Spokane, Mr. Stephen Felice, private practice. Mr. Private Practice is McKinnon Law Firm in Moses Lake, Olive Street. And also, don't forget Mr. Dallas Cooney and Jim Cooney. Jim Cooney for accidents and mispractices. Car accident, anybody that runs across the street or crosses across the street or using a crosswalk and hit by a vehicle, like myself, and carry out a stiff sentence of disbarring and processing information malpractice for that situation for settlements and inheritance, like retaining Mr. Tabler Wallace. There's Kenneth, Chadwick, there's Natalie, there's and also Reagan, and also in the administration office here at Tabler in number 56. Number 42 is George Washington House. Now that's Mrs. and Mrs. Daniel Garth on the prosecutor's office, Andy Miller, and also Taylor in the prosecutor's office and Andy Miller's office in Kennewick, Washington. Van County Justice Department, that's 7112 West Okanagan Place. Coroner's office, Mr. J. Lee Mueller in Coroner's office in Kennewick, and Mr. Rhonda Kaiser Administration Office in Pioneer Way. They have the death certificate and processing information. That's Mrs. Administration Office. And you know, you got to take a vaccination, and you didn't take your vaccination, you got to be tested. And if you're infected with this disease, you are no longer needed for your assistance anymore. You'll be, of course, on leave. And if you're, of course, the Washington State Employee Ordinance's recall information, you have to be processed and dealt with, like the rest of the individuals. So this partake in this service here at International Airport Moses Lake is going to be downloaded. This is George Washington House, number 56, Mr. Wallace, Tabler Wallace Law Firm. Our next is Neighbors, and also Washington House, George Washington House, originally George Washington House. You got reservations, counselors, banquet, party hall, restaurant, reservations all accounted for. Chairs, tables, and also reservations. And that's the courthouse. Superior Court, District Court, Municipal Court, appeal process